When your heart feels heavy, let these moments draw you back to peace. Welcome to Faith, Hope, Healing. Take a breath and let your heart settle. This is a place of peace, prayer, and God's promises. Wherever you are, God is near, and He meets you here. This video brings together some of our most loved prayer moments to calm your spirit today.
Let these quiet moments with God steady your spirit, calm your thoughts, and renew your weary heart. Find a comfortable place to sit or lie down. Relax your shoulders, close your eyes, and breathe deeply as you connect with God in this quiet moment. Allow the noise of the day to fade as you settle into this gentle space of rest. With each slow breath, imagine God's peace flowing over you like calm water, softening the tension you've carried. Let your mind release the worries that cling so tightly, trusting that God is holding what feels too heavy for you to manage alone. Feel His nearness surrounding you with steady compassion, reminding you that you are safe, seen, and deeply loved. As you breathe, picture His light filling the places within you that feel tired or uncertain, bringing clarity where confusion once lived. Rest here, knowing God meets you with tenderness and unwavering strength. Let your breath settle into a natural, unhurried rhythm, easing the tension that has followed you through the day. As the quiet around you deepens, allow your thoughts to soften and drift without pressure or expectation. Become aware of God's steady nearness, meeting you with patience and calm in this gentle space. Picture His presence like a peaceful shoreline, receiving every restless wave within you and smoothing what feels unsettled. There is no need to hurry or strive here. Let your heart open at a pace that feels honest and unforced. God understands the weight you carry, even the parts you've never spoken aloud. With each slow breath, imagine His strength filling the places where your own feels worn. Let this growing stillness remind you that you are not walking alone, for God is guiding you with compassion and inviting your spirit to rest in His steady care. Let the quiet around you deepen as your breath settles into a steady, gentle rhythm. Notice the thoughts that have followed you through the day, not to hold them tighter, but to recognize how much you've carried. As you rest here, picture God's presence settling over your heart like a calm, steadying weight, easing what feels tense or uncertain. You don't need to force anything in this moment. Simply allow the stillness to meet you exactly where you are. Imagine God's peace moving slowly through the places inside you that feel strained or unsettled, softening what has grown tight and lifting what has felt too heavy. Let your thoughts drift like leaves on quiet water, carried by a strength far greater than your own. God is not asking you to solve anything right now. He is inviting you to breathe, to release, and to trust that He is working gently in ways you cannot yet see. Notice how your spirit begins to settle as you ease into this moment without pressure or expectation. Let your breath move gently, steadying what feels uncertain within you. Bring your attention to the quieter corners of your heart, the places you often keep tucked away. Imagine God's presence moving through those hidden spaces like a soft, warm light, revealing what needs care and offering comfort where you feel worn. There is no need to rush or force anything here. Allow calm to rise slowly, the way morning light spreads across still waters. God understands every unspoken concern and every ache you carry, even the ones you struggle to name. With each breath, picture His peace, smoothing the rough edges of your thoughts and easing the tension that lingers in your mind. Let this stillness become a gentle refuge where you can release what weighs you down and receive the strength God offers with unwavering love. In this gentle stillness, let your heart soften as you acknowledge the weight you've been carrying, not to hold it tighter, but to recognize how deeply it has pressed on your spirit. Picture God's hands supporting what feels too heavy for you alone, steady and sure. Imagine His peace flowing like a slow, calming river, smoothing the anxious places within you and bringing clarity where your thoughts have felt tangled. You don't need to understand every step ahead or have every answer in place. Simply rest in the truth that God is already working in the spaces you cannot see. Feel His compassion meeting you in the tender corners of your soul, reminding you that nothing about your journey is hidden from Him. With each breath, let your spirit lean into His strength, trusting that He is guiding you with patience and unwavering love. Allow this calm to settle deeply within you. Here, in God's calming presence, allow the tension within you to slowly unwind as your breath settles into a steady rhythm. Notice the places inside you that feel tight or overworked, and let each inhale bring a gentle sense of release. Picture God's peace resting over your heart like a soft, warm blanket, easing the strain of thoughts that have pressed too heavily against your spirit. You don't need to carry every burden at once. God meets you with patience, taking what feels overwhelming and holding it with steady hands. Imagine His light moving through the worn or uncertain places within you, bringing warmth where coldness lingered and clarity where confusion once settled. With each breath, feel your grip on fear loosen, making room for the assurance that God is guiding you with unwavering love. Let this moment become a quiet sanctuary where your heart can rest, supported and deeply understood. With each slow breath, let your heart ease into a deeper awareness of God's steady presence surrounding you. Feel the quiet begin to soften the thoughts that have been pulling you in too many directions, giving your spirit room to breathe again. Picture God's peace moving gently through the places inside you that feel worn or unsettled, bringing a sense of grounding where uncertainty has lingered. There is no need to rush toward clarity or force your mind into stillness. Allow this moment to unfold at a pace that feels natural and kind. Imagine God's strength rising within you like a calm, steady tide, lifting the weight of worries you've carried alone for too long. Sense His compassion meeting you in the tender spaces of your soul, reminding you that you are held with unwavering care. Let this quiet assurance settle deeply, guiding your spirit with wisdom and gentle love. As peace begins to rise within you, let your thoughts settle into a gentler rhythm, free from the pressure to sort everything out at once. Notice how the quiet around you creates space for your spirit to breathe again. Trust that God is already tending to the concerns that weigh on your heart, working with a steady faithfulness that doesn't rush or overlook a single detail. Picture His presence like a warm, soft glow moving through the places inside you that feel worn or uncertain, bringing comfort where heaviness has lingered. With each slow breath, imagine your grip on fear loosening, making room for the calm God offers so generously. You don't need to chase clarity or force answers. Simply rest in the assurance that God understands every layer of your journey. Let His compassion surround you with steady care, guiding your heart toward quiet trust and gentle strength. Let your heart settle into this quiet space as your breathing finds a calm, steady rhythm. Feel the weight of lingering thoughts begin to soften, not by force, but by allowing God's gentle nearness to meet you here. Picture His presence resting over you like a peaceful evening sky, easing what has felt heavy and giving your spirit room to breathe again. You don't need to push anything away or strive for perfect stillness. Let this moment unfold naturally, meeting you exactly where you are. Imagine God's compassion moving through the tired corners of your soul, lifting what feels burdensome and soothing what has been strained. With each slow breath, sense your grip on worry loosening, making space for quiet assurance to rise within you. Let this silence become a tender place where healing begins, trusting that God is working gently in the depths of your heart. As you rise from this moment of stillness, carry with you the peace God has begun within you. You don't have to hold every thought or solve every burden at once. God walks with you, guiding your steps with clarity and surrounding your heart with steady compassion. If this time of quiet helped you breathe a little easier or feel a little lighter, know that you're not alone. There is a whole community here walking this journey of faith, hope, and healing with you. May God's calm rest over your mind, His strength steady your spirit, and His love remind you that you are deeply held. Thank you for spending this moment with me. If this brought you peace, feel free to share your experience in the comments. Your words may bless someone else who needs encouragement today. Until we meet again, may God's gentle clarity guide you, and may His presence stay close to your heart. If you feel weighed down by life, breathe in God's peace and let Him restore you. Find a comfortable place to sit or lie down. Relax your shoulders, close your eyes, and breathe deeply as you connect with God in this quiet moment. Let the noise of the day begin to fade as you settle into a space where your heart can finally rest. You've been carrying so much, more than most people know, and God sees every unseen weight. With each slow breath, imagine His presence drawing near, steady and compassionate. Let His peace soften the tight places within you, loosening the grip of worry and exhaustion. You don't have to rush. You don't have to fix anything right now. Simply allow God to meet you here, lifting what feels too heavy and filling your spirit with a quiet strength that begins to rise from deep within. As this moment unfolds, let your breath become a gentle reminder that God is meeting you right where you are. The weight you've been carrying doesn't have to define this moment. Allow the tension in your chest to loosen as you picture God's hands lifting the heaviness you've struggled to release. You are not forgotten, and you are not expected to be strong on your own. Let your thoughts slow, like leaves drifting on quiet water, carried by a current far steadier than your own strength. God's presence surrounds you with a calm that begins to soften the edges of your worry. In this space, you are safe to let go, safe to rest, safe to breathe without pressure or expectation. Trust that God is already working in the places you cannot see, restoring what feels worn and renewing what has grown tired within you. Feel the quiet deepen around you, letting each breath draw you further into a place where God's presence becomes more tangible. The worries that cling to your thoughts may still whisper, but they no longer have to guide your steps in this moment. Allow your spirit to soften as you picture God gently gathering the pieces of your weariness, holding them with a tenderness that asks nothing from you but honesty. You don't need to pretend you're stronger than you feel. Let the stillness wrap around you like a soft covering, reminding you that God is not distant or distracted. He is here, attentive to every unspoken ache. As you breathe, imagine His peace flowing through the places that feel strained, renewing what has been stretched thin. Trust that even now God is restoring the strength you thought you had lost, shaping calm within you one quiet moment at a time. Notice how your spirit begins to settle as you allow God's nearness to wrap gently around the places that feel strained. You don't have to force calm or pretend your heart isn't tired. Simply let this moment be what it is, a quiet space where God meets you without judgment or expectation. Feel the slow release of tension as you breathe, each inhale drawing in His steadying peace, each exhale letting go of the heaviness you've carried alone. God understands the weight of your thoughts, the pressure behind your worries, and the fatigue that lingers beneath your strength. Let His presence soften the tightness within you, reminding you that you are held with unwavering care. In this stillness, trust that God is renewing what life has drained, restoring what has felt fragile and strengthening you from the inside out in ways you may not yet see. In this gentle stillness, allow your heart to ease into a rhythm that feels lighter than the one you carried through the day. Let the quiet become a soft shelter where God meets you without hurry, without pressure, without expectation. The thoughts that tug at your mind may still drift in and out, but they no longer need to pull you away from this moment of peace. Picture God's steady presence surrounding you like a warm covering, easing the strain you've held inside. You are safe to release the weight you've been managing alone. With each breath, imagine His strength rising gently within you, restoring what has felt worn and renewing what has grown dim. Trust that God is tending to the hidden places of your spirit, bringing clarity where confusion lingered and calm where tension once lived. Let this quiet become a reminder that you are never beyond His restoring care. Here, in God's calming presence, allow the weight of the day to loosen its hold on your thoughts. Let this quiet moment become a gentle refuge where you no longer have to push through or pretend you're unaffected by the pressures around you. Feel the slow rise and fall of your breath as God's peace settles over the places that feel stretched thin. You don't need to rush toward clarity or force your heart to feel stronger than it does. Simply rest in the assurance that God understands every layer of your weariness. Picture His steady hands lifting the burdens you've carried, easing the strain you've held in silence. Let His nearness soften the tension within you, renewing what has grown tired and restoring what feels fragile. Trust that even in this stillness, God is working gently, shaping strength beneath the surface and guiding your spirit toward a deeper, quieter peace. With each slow breath, allow the weight you've been carrying to loosen its grip on your heart. Let this moment become a gentle pause where God meets you with understanding deeper than words. The thoughts that swirl in your mind don't need to be sorted or solved right now. They can simply rest in His presence. Feel the quiet rise around you like a soft shelter, reminding you that you are not walking through your heaviness alone. God sees the strain behind your strength and the fatigue beneath your determination. Let His nearness steady the places that feel unbalanced, bringing a calm that begins to settle from the inside out. As you breathe, imagine His peace flowing through the tight spaces of your spirit, renewing what has grown weary and restoring what feels worn. Trust that God is gently lifting you, guiding you toward a deeper sense of clarity and quiet strength. As peace rises within you, allow your thoughts to drift into a softer rhythm, one that doesn't demand answers or solutions. Let this moment become a gentle reminder that God is not asking you to carry everything alone. Feel the quiet forming around your heart, easing the strain you've held beneath the surface. You don't have to explain your exhaustion or justify your heaviness. God already understands the weight behind every sigh. With each breath, imagine His presence settling over you like a warm covering, steadying the places that feel uncertain. Let His compassion reach into the corners of your spirit that have felt overlooked or stretched thin. Trust that God is renewing what has grown weary, restoring what has been worn down, and strengthening you in ways that unfold slowly but surely. In this calm, allow yourself to rest in the truth that you are deeply held and never forgotten. Let your heart rest in this quiet space, allowing the noise of the day to fade into the background as God's presence settles gently over you. You don't need to hold every thought or manage every emotion right now. This moment is a soft pause where your spirit can breathe without pressure. Feel the calm gathering around you like a slow, steady tide, lifting the heaviness you've carried in silence. God understands the weight behind your worries and the strain beneath your strength. Let His compassion reach into the places that feel stretched thin, easing the tension you've tried to navigate alone. With each breath, imagine His peace flowing through you, renewing what has grown weary and restoring what feels fragile. Trust that God is shaping clarity within you, guiding your heart toward steadiness and quiet confidence. In this stillness, you are deeply held and gently strengthened. As you rise from this moment of stillness, carry with you the peace God has begun within you. You don't have to hold every thought or solve every burden at once. God walks with you, guiding your steps with clarity and surrounding your heart with steady compassion. If this time of quiet helped you breathe a little easier or feel a little lighter, know that you're not alone. There is a whole community here, walking this journey of faith, hope, and healing with you. May God's calm rest over your mind, His strength steady your spirit, and His love remind you that you are deeply held. Thank you for spending this moment with me. If this brought you peace, feel free to share your experience in the comments. Your words may bless someone else who needs encouragement today. Until we meet again, may God's gentle clarity guide you, and may His presence stay close to your heart. We often come to God with many words, but today we let the silence be our prayer. Find a comfortable place to sit or lie down. Relax your shoulders, close your eyes, and breathe deeply as you connect with God in this quiet moment. Imagine the space around you beginning to soften. The noise of the day starts to dim as you focus solely on the rhythm of your breath. This is a sacred invitation to stop performing and start simply being. You do not need to explain your exhaustion or justify your need for rest. God already knows the depth of the load you have been pulling behind you. As you settle into this stillness, visualize the tension in your neck and hands beginning to dissolve. You are entering a sanctuary where the only requirement is your presence. Let the light of grace shine upon your face like a morning sun. There is no rush here. There is only this singular, beautiful moment of reconnection. You are safe to let go. You are protected. You are deeply loved in this very second. As this moment unfolds, notice the specific weight you brought with you today. Is it a worry about tomorrow or a regret from yesterday? Whatever it is, hold it gently in your mind for just a second, acknowledging its presence without letting it overwhelm you. God is not asking you to ignore your burdens, but He is asking you to trust Him with the heavy lifting. Think of your spirit as a vessel that has become overfilled with the concerns of this world. To receive the fresh water of peace, you must first pour out the stale water of anxiety. Feel the cool air entering your lungs, bringing with it a sense of divine clarity. With every exhale, imagine one small piece of that heavy stone being chipped away. You are not losing your strength by surrendering. You are gaining the strength of the Almighty. Here, the ground beneath you is firm and unshakable. You can lean back. You can let the support of the Father carry your frame. The struggle is over for now. Peace is your current reality. Feel the quiet deepen around you as you contemplate the vastness of God's care. He who counts the stars and names each one is intimately aware of the pressure you feel in your chest. You are part of a grand design that includes seasons of rest. Just as the earth must lie fallow to regain its richness, your soul requires this time of non-doing to find its rhythm again. Let your mind wander to a place of natural beauty, perhaps a high mountain peak where the air is thin and pure. From this perspective, the problems that seemed like giants from below now look like small pebbles in a wide valley. You are being given eyes to see your life through the lens of eternity. The weight you carry is temporary, but the love that holds you is everlasting. Allow your heart to beat in sync with the slow, steady pulse of creation. There is plenty of time. There is infinite grace. You are being restored in the silence. Every cell in your body is beginning to recognize the frequency of peace. Notice how your spirit begins to settle into a deeper layer of trust. It is often in the middle of our storms that we realize we cannot save ourselves, and that realization is where true freedom begins. To release the weight is to admit that God is God and we are not. This humble shift in perspective acts like a key turning in a heavy lock. The door to your heart swings open, letting in the light of the gospel. You are not a project to be fixed, but a child to be cherished. If your mind tries to wander back to your checklist or your fears, gently bring it back to the sound of the stillness. Focus on the sensation of your hands resting in your lap. They are empty now, ready to receive whatever blessings the Spirit has prepared for you today. You are becoming a conduit for calm. The frantic energy of the world has no power over you in this secret place. You are shrouded in a holy protection that guards your mind and your emotions. Rest is your birthright. Grace is your home. In this gentle stillness, consider the power of a single word: surrender. It is not a word of defeat, but a word of victory over the ego. When we surrender, we stop fighting against the current of God's will and start flowing with it. Like a leaf dropped into a slow-moving river, you are being carried toward a destination of wholeness. You do not need to paddle. You do not need to steer. The one who created the water knows exactly where the shore is. Let the tension in your jaw release. Let the muscles around your eyes relax. You are entering a state of spiritual reset, where the old patterns of stress are being rewritten by the hand of the Creator. This is a profound healing of the nervous system and the soul. You are learning the art of holy indifference toward the things you cannot change. By letting go of the outcome, you find the strength to handle the process. God is moving in the background of your life, arranging details you cannot see. Trust the invisible work. With each slow breath, you are reclaiming the territory that anxiety tried to steal. Your peace is a precious garden, and today you are pulling the weeds of doubt. Every time you choose to focus on God's presence instead of your problems, you are planting seeds of faith. These seeds will grow into a canopy of protection for your future self. Imagine a soft golden light surrounding your entire body, acting as a shield against the pressures of the external world. Inside this light, there is only warmth and acceptance. You are forgiven for the mistakes of the past. You are empowered for the challenges of the future, but most importantly, you are fully present in this moment. The weight you are carrying has been placed at the foot of the cross. It is no longer yours to bear. Feel the physical lightness that comes with spiritual release. Your shoulders are down. Your heart is open. You are breathing with the freedom of a captive who has finally been set free. God is here. As peace rises within you, allow yourself to be overwhelmed by the kindness of the Father. He does not provide just enough strength to survive. He provides an abundance of life. This spiritual reset is transforming your weariness into a quiet confidence. You're like a tree planted by streams of water, drawing nourishment from a source that never runs dry. Even when the heat of life is intense, your leaves remain green because your roots are deep in His love. Reflect on the times in the past when you thought you wouldn't make it through, yet here you are. God has been faithful in every season, and He will be faithful in this one too. The weight you released today was a bridge to a deeper dependency on Him. Without the burden, you might have never sought the rest. Now that you have found it, stay here for as long as you need. The world can wait. Your soul is being reconnected to its original purpose. You are a reflection of divine calm. You are a masterpiece of grace. Let your heart rest in this quiet space, where the whispers of the Spirit are louder than the shouts of the world. You are discovering that the most productive thing you can do for your calling is to sit in the presence of the one who called you. This is where your vision is cleared and your hope is renewed. Think of this meditation as a divine appointment that cannot be cancelled. You are the priority. Your peace matters to the kingdom. As the drone footage captures the vastness of the natural world, let it remind you that the God who manages the tides can certainly manage your schedule. There is a holy order to your life that transcends your understanding. Release the need to know the how or the when. Simply rest in the who. You are held by the Alpha and the Omega. The beginning and the end of your story are already written in love. Feel the deep settle of your spirit. You are anchored. You are steadfast. The storm has lost its grip because you have found your anchor. Sense the calm gathering around you like a warm blanket on a cold night. You have done the hard work of letting go, and now you are reaping the harvest of tranquility. This reset is not just for 10 minutes. It is a shift that you can carry back into your daily life. You have learned that you can access this still waters sanctuary whenever the weight begins to feel heavy again. It is a portable peace that lives inside of you. Take one more deep, intentional breath. Feel the oxygen reaching the furthest corners of your being, carrying God's restorative energy to every tired muscle and every frayed nerve. You are being put back together in a way that is stronger and more resilient than before. The weight is gone, replaced by a lightness of spirit that will help you soar. You are ready to face what comes next, not with your own effort, but with the divine momentum of a surrendered heart. The silence has done its work. The prayer has been heard. You are walking in the light. As you rise from this moment of stillness, carry with you the peace God has begun within you. You don't have to hold every thought or solve every burden at once. God walks with you, guiding your steps with clarity and surrounding your heart with steady compassion. If this time of quiet helped you breathe a little easier or feel a little lighter, know that you're not alone. There is a whole community here walking this journey of faith, hope, and healing with you. May God's calm rest over your mind, His strength steady your spirit, and His love remind you that you are deeply held. Thank you for spending this moment with me. If this brought you peace, feel free to share your experience in the comments. Your words may bless someone else who needs encouragement today. Until we meet again, may God's gentle clarity guide you, and may His presence stay close to your heart. If your soul feels heavy today, take one breath and let God's restorative peace find you. Find a comfortable place to sit or lie down. Relax your shoulders, close your eyes, and breathe deeply as you connect with God in this quiet moment. Let each inhale remind you that you are not carrying this day alone, and let each exhale release the weight you were never meant to hold. As your breath settles, picture a gentle light rising within your spirit, soft but steady, warming the places that feel tired or stretched thin. Allow this light to move slowly through your thoughts, easing the tension that has gathered there and softening the worries that cling to your heart. In this calm space, trust that God is already drawing near, surrounding you with a presence that restores, steadies, and begins to lift what has felt too heavy to name. As this moment unfolds, allow your breath to lengthen and soften, giving your spirit room to breathe again. Let the weight of the day loosen its grip as you settle deeper into this quiet space. Picture a gentle stream flowing through your thoughts, clearing away the noise that has gathered and making space for God's steady presence to rise within you. With each slow inhale, imagine His peace filling the places that feel worn or stretched thin, and with each exhale, release the tension that has lingered in your chest. Let your mind drift toward the assurance that God meets you exactly where you are, without pressure or expectation. There is nothing you must prove in this moment, nothing you must fix or figure out. Simply rest in the awareness that God's calm is drawing nearer, wrapping softly around your heart and reminding you that renewal begins with surrender, not striving. Feel the quiet deepen around you, letting your breath settle into a slow, steady rhythm that gently supports your spirit. As the noise of the day fades, imagine a soft glow forming at the center of your chest, warm and steady, reminding you that God's presence is not distant but near and attentive. Let this warmth expand through your thoughts, easing the strain of unanswered questions and softening the edges of the worries you've carried. Picture this gentle light moving through the places that feel weary, bringing clarity where confusion has lingered and comfort where heaviness has settled. With each breath, allow God's peace to rise within you, not as something you must earn, but as a gift freely offered. Rest in the assurance that you are held in a presence that understands every burden you've carried today and meets you with compassion that asks nothing more than your willingness to breathe and be still. Notice how your spirit begins to settle as you allow the quiet to wrap gently around your thoughts. Let the lingering tension in your chest soften, releasing its grip with each slow breath. Picture a calm horizon stretching before you, wide and open, reminding you that God's presence is spacious enough to hold everything you've carried today. As you rest in this stillness, imagine His peace flowing through the places that feel strained or uncertain, bringing a steady reassurance that you are not navigating this moment alone. Let your worries drift like distant echoes, losing their urgency as God's calm rises within you. Feel the subtle shift as your heart becomes lighter, your mind clearer, and your spirit more open to the comfort God is offering. In this gentle quiet, trust that renewal is already beginning, unfolding softly and steadily, guided by the one who knows exactly what your soul needs. In this gentle stillness, allow your breath to guide you toward a deeper sense of calm. Let the quiet settle softly over your thoughts, easing the pressure that has gathered throughout the day. Picture a soft wave of God's peace moving slowly through your mind, clearing away the heaviness that has lingered. As you rest here, imagine His presence forming a shelter around your heart, steady and protective, reminding you that you are safe in His care. Let your worries drift to the edges of your awareness, losing their urgency as God's comfort rises within you. Feel your spirit loosen its grip on the things you've been holding too tightly, making room for clarity to emerge. With each breath, trust that God is gently restoring what has felt worn or fragile, renewing your strength in ways you may not yet see. Rest in this moment, knowing His peace is working quietly within you. Here, in God's calming presence, allow your breath to slow into a gentle rhythm that supports your spirit. Let the quiet around you soften the thoughts that have been pressing against your mind, giving each one space to loosen and drift away. Picture a soft glow rising within your heart, steady and warm, reminding you that God's peace is not fragile or distant, but strong enough to meet every weary place within you. As you rest in this moment, imagine His comfort settling over the parts of your life that feel uncertain or stretched thin, bringing clarity where confusion has lingered. Let your shoulders release the tension they've been holding, and feel your spirit open to the reassurance that God is guiding you with patience and tenderness. With each breath, trust that renewal is unfolding quietly, restoring strength you didn't realize had faded, and lifting the weight you were never meant to carry alone. With each slow breath, allow your heart to ease into a deeper rhythm of rest. Let the quiet around you soften the thoughts that have been circling in your mind, giving them space to drift without demanding answers. Picture God's presence settling gently over your spirit like a warm blanket, steady and reassuring, reminding you that you are not navigating this moment alone. As you breathe, imagine His peace flowing through the places that feel strained or unsettled, bringing a calm that reaches beneath the surface of your worries. Let your shoulders release the tension they've been holding and feel your spirit open to the comfort God is offering. Trust that He is meeting you with compassion, understanding the weight you've carried, and offering strength that rises quietly within you. Rest in this stillness, knowing that renewal is unfolding in ways your heart can feel even before your mind fully understands. As peace rises within you, allow your breath to guide you into a deeper sense of trust. Let the quiet around you soften the thoughts that have been pulling at your attention, giving each one permission to drift without demanding answers. Picture God's presence settling gently over your heart like a soft morning light, warm and steady, reminding you that you are not walking through this day alone. As you rest here, imagine His calm moving through the places that feel unsettled or uncertain, bringing clarity where confusion has lingered, and comfort where heaviness has taken root. Let your shoulders release the tension they've been holding, and feel your spirit open to the reassurance that God understands every unspoken burden. With each breath, trust that He is renewing your strength in quiet ways, restoring what has felt worn and lifting what has felt too heavy to carry. Rest in this gentle unfolding of His peace. Let your heart rest in this quiet space, allowing the stillness to settle gently over your thoughts. Feel the weight you've been carrying begin to loosen as your breath softens and your spirit opens to God's steady presence. Picture a calm light forming within you, warm and reassuring, reminding you that you are held with a tenderness that never wavers. As you breathe, imagine this light moving through the places that feel strained or uncertain, bringing comfort where worry has lingered and strength where you felt worn. Let your mind release the pressure of unanswered questions, trusting that God is guiding you with patience and clarity. Allow your spirit to lean into the assurance that you don't have to navigate every burden alone. With each slow inhale, receive the peace God offers. With each exhale, let go of what no longer serves your heart. Rest in this moment, knowing renewal is already unfolding within you. As you rise from this moment of stillness, carry with you the peace God has begun within you. You don't have to hold every thought or solve every burden at once. God walks with you, guiding your steps with clarity and surrounding your heart with steady compassion. If this time of quiet helped you breathe a little easier or feel a little lighter, know that you're not alone. There is a whole community here walking this journey of faith, hope, and healing with you. May God's calm rest over your mind, His strength steady your spirit, and His love remind you that you are deeply held. Thank you for spending this moment with me. If this brought you peace, feel free to share your experience in the comments. Your words may bless someone else who needs encouragement today. Until we meet again, may God's gentle clarity guide you, and may His presence stay close to your heart. We often come to God with many words, but today we let the silence be our prayer. Find a comfortable place to sit or lie down. Relax your shoulders, close your eyes, and breathe deeply as you connect with God in this quiet moment. As we conclude this journey together, notice the shift in the atmosphere of your heart. The weight you once carried has been replaced by a gentle, steady hope. Imagine standing at the edge of a vast golden field at dawn. The air is crisp and full of the scent of new life. You are no longer defined by the shadows of your past or the anxieties of your future. In this sacred space, you are simply a child of God, standing in the warmth of His favor. The old things have passed away, and behold, something beautiful is beginning to emerge. This is your moment of transition. The reset is complete, and the horizon is calling you forward. Feel the strength returning to your weary bones as the light of the world shines upon you. You are ready to begin again. Feel the quiet deepen around you as you reflect on the faithfulness of the one who led you here. It was not by your own strength that you found this peace, but through the grace that meets you in every valley. As you look out toward the new horizon, recognize that every step you take from now on is ordered by divine wisdom. You do not need to see the entire path to know that the destination is secure. Trust is the bridge between the life you are leaving behind and the abundance that awaits you. In this stillness, God is imprinting His promises upon your soul. He is the God of the new song and the fresh start. Like the sun rising over the distant mountains, His mercies are new for you this very morning. Let the warmth of this truth penetrate every layer of your being. You are standing on holy ground, and the ground is firm. There is no more need to hurry or to hide. You are fully seen, fully known, and fully equipped for the journey. Peace is your constant companion today. Notice how your spirit begins to settle into the reality of a fresh start. The clutter of the mind has been cleared, leaving a clean sanctuary where the spirit can dwell. This is what it means to walk in newness of life. It is a daily decision to leave the heavy burdens at the foot of the cross and pick up the light yoke of Christ. As you breathe in, imagine you are inhaling the very breath of God, filling you with courage for the days ahead. As you breathe out, release any lingering traces of doubt. You are becoming a new creation moment by moment. The path before you may be unfamiliar, but it is not dangerous, for the shepherd walks beside you. He makes a way in the wilderness and streams in the desert of your soul. Your story is not ending. It is merely turning a page to a chapter filled with light. Rest in the confidence that you are exactly where you are supposed to be. The horizon is not a boundary, but an invitation. You are stepping into a future that is held by love. In this gentle stillness, consider the beauty of God's timing. He does not rush the seasons of our lives, and He did not rush this time of reset. Every moment of quiet you have spent here has been a deposit into your spiritual bank, providing you with the resilience you will need for the world outside. The silence is no longer empty, it is full of the presence of the Almighty. When you return to the noise of daily life, remember that you carry this quiet center within you. You are an ambassador of calm in a chaotic world. Let your heart be anchored in the truth that God's plan for you is for good and not for harm. He gives you a future and a hope that cannot be shaken by circumstances. As the light of the dawn grows brighter in your mind's eye, feel the joy of the Lord becoming your strength. You are no longer a slave to fear, but a pioneer of faith. The weight is gone, and in its place is a steady, quiet power. You are walking in the light, and the light is enough. As this moment unfolds, give thanks for the clarity that has come through this time of prayer. Clarity is not the absence of questions, but the presence of trust. You may not know every detail of what lies ahead, but you know the character of the one who holds the map. This is the secret of the spiritual walk. We move forward by staying close to the vine. Your reset has reconnected you to the source of all life. Feel the vitality flowing through your spirit, renewing your purpose and sharpening your vision. The things that once seemed impossible are now seen through the lens of God's sovereignty. You are being refined like silver, losing the dross of worry and gaining the shine of a reflected Savior. This is your time to shine. The world needs the peace you have found in this stillness. Carry it like a torch into every room you enter. You are blessed to be a blessing. The horizon is bright with the promise of God's glory. You are not alone. You are part of a divine movement. With each slow breath, acknowledge the work that has been done in your heart over these 6 sessions. You have learned to listen, to release, and to rest. These are the tools of a mature faith. As you prepare to transition back into activity, do so with a posture of surrender. Let every action be an extension of this meditation. Whether you are working, resting, or serving others, do it from the quiet center you have cultivated here. God is doing a new thing in you, and even now it is springing forth. Can you perceive it? It is the sprout of a new desire, the spark of a new joy, and the steady beat of a heart at peace. You are like a city set on a hill that cannot be hidden. The light you carry is the light of Christ, and it will guide your feet on the path of righteousness. No weapon formed against your peace shall prosper. You are covered by the wings of the Most High. The horizon is wide and the way is clear. Walk forward with the quiet confidence of the redeemed. You are home. As peace rises within you, allow yourself to be overwhelmed by the kindness of the Father. He does not provide just enough strength to survive. He provides an abundance of life. This spiritual reset is transforming your weariness into a quiet confidence. You are like a tree planted by streams of water, drawing nourishment from a source that never runs dry. Even when the heat of life is intense, your leaves remain green because your roots are deep in His love. Reflect on the times in the past when you thought you wouldn't make it through, yet here you are. God has been faithful in every season, and He will be faithful in this one too. The weight you released today was a bridge to a deeper dependency on Him. Without the burden, you might have never sought the rest. Now that you have found it, stay here for as long as you need. The world can wait. Your soul is being reconnected to its original purpose. You are a reflection of divine calm. You are a masterpiece of grace today. Here in God's calming presence, let your soul make a final declaration of dependence. Say in your heart, Lord, I am yours. This simple act of alignment is a powerful prayer. It sets the course for your life and opens the doors of heaven's resources. As you envision the road ahead, see it lined with the goodness and mercy of God following you all the days of your life. You are not just moving toward a goal, you are moving toward a person. Jesus is the horizon, and He is also the path. Every step in his direction is a step toward wholeness. Let the beauty of the drone footage, reflecting the majesty of creation, remind you of the scale of God's love for you. He who holds the oceans in the palm of his hand holds your heart with infinite tenderness. You have been reset. You have been renewed. You have been released. Go now into the newness of life, carrying the still waters within you. The world is waiting for the light that only you can bring. You are ready now. God is with you. Notice how your spirit begins to settle into the joy of the Lord. Joy is not a loud emotion, but a deep-seated assurance that all is well because God is in control. This is the ultimate destination of our spiritual reset. You can now face the challenges of life with a smile, knowing that they are merely opportunities for God's grace to be displayed. As you prepare to conclude this series, take a moment to bless the others who are watching and meditating with you. We are all branches of the same vine, drawing strength from the same source. Your victory over anxiety is a victory for the whole community. As the light on the horizon reaches its peak, let it symbolize the clarity you have gained. The shadows have fled, and the day is yours to live for His glory. You are a new creation. The old weight is a distant memory. The future is a bright promise. Walk forward with steady steps, guided by the light that never fails. You are cherished beyond measure. This is your new beginning. As you rise from this moment of stillness, carry with you the peace God has begun within you. You don't have to hold every thought or solve every burden at once. God walks with you, guiding your steps with clarity and surrounding your heart with steady compassion. If this time of quiet helped you breathe a little easier or feel a little lighter, know that you're not alone. There is a whole community here walking this journey of faith, hope, and healing with you. May God's calm rest over your mind, His strength steady your spirit, and His love remind you that you are deeply held. Thank you for spending this moment with me. If this brought you peace, feel free to share your experience in the comments. Your words may bless someone else who needs encouragement today. Until we meet again, may God's gentle clarity guide you, and may His presence stay close to your heart. If your spirit feels weary, let these words of peace lift you and restore your soul. Find a comfortable place to sit or lie down. Relax your shoulders, close your eyes, and breathe deeply as you connect with God in this quiet moment. As your breath settles, imagine the heavy pressure of the world beginning to dissolve, replaced by a light that is soft, steady, and kind. This is not a time for striving or searching for answers. It is a time for receiving. Picture yourself standing beside a vast, calm sea at dawn, where the air is cool, and the only sound is the gentle rhythm of grace hitting the shore. Your spirit, though it may feel faint or flickering like a candle, is being shielded by the very hands that created the stars. Let each slow inhale bring a sense of divine belonging, reminding you that you are anchored in a love that never grows tired. You are safe here. You are held in a stillness that understands the depth of your fatigue and meets it with infinite quiet rest. As this moment unfolds, allow your breath to become a gentle invitation for the Holy Spirit to fill the weary corners of your mind. There is a sacred rhythm in this stillness, a heartbeat of grace that speaks louder than the noise you left behind. Picture a soft golden warmth beginning at the top of your head and moving slowly downward, smoothing the furrows of worry and relaxing the tension in your brow. This light represents a peace that passes all understanding, a gift from the Father that requires no effort to earn. If your spirit feels like a parched land, imagine a light rain of mercy falling steadily, soaking into the dry soil and bringing life to the hidden places. You do not have to be strong today. You only have to be present. Let the weight of expectation slide from your shoulders, scattering like dust in the wind. In this space, you are not defined by what you have done or what you have failed to do. You are defined by the love that calls you His own. Feel the quiet deepen around you. as if the very air is thick with a grace that knows your name. Imagine a slow, cool river of clarity moving through the pathways of your mind, washing away the tangled thoughts and the heavy fragments of yesterday. When your spirit is faint, your vision can become clouded by the shadows of exhaustion. But here in this light, those shadows begin to thin and break apart. Let your breath become the bridge between the noise of the world and the sanctuary of God's presence. Picture a vast green meadow where the only task is to rest in the tall grass and listen to the whisper of the Spirit. There is no urgency here, no pressure to perform, and no clocks to measure your worth. You are simply a child of God, leaning into the heart of the Father. Allow the tension in your chest to soften, creating a wider space for the peace that restores what life has worn down. Trust that in this stillness, the work of renewal is happening beneath the surface. Notice how your spirit begins to settle, as if the restless waves within you are finally finding the shore. Imagine a soft, radiant light expanding from your center, warm and steady, acting as a shield against the noise of the world. When your heart is weary, it can feel as though your inner fire is fading, but in this sacred quiet, God is gently breathing life back into the embers. Picture a vast horizon at twilight, where the sky is painted in hues of lavender and gold, reminding you that there is beauty in the ending of a long day. You are not required to carry the burdens of tomorrow in this moment. Those are held in hands much larger than your own. Let your breath become a slow, rhythmic lullaby for your soul, smoothing the edges of every sharp thought and easing the ache of uncertainty. There is a profound strength in this surrender, a quiet power that rises when we stop striving and start trusting. Rest in the knowledge that you are being rebuilt in the silence. In this gentle stillness, allow the quiet to wash over the parts of your spirit that have been stretched thin by the demands of the world. Picture a soft white light surrounding you like a protective cocoon, filtering out the noise and the weight of every expectation you've carried. When your spirit is faint, it is often because you have been trying to sustain yourself on your own strength. But here, you are invited to draw from a well that never runs dry. Imagine a garden at dawn where the dew is fresh and the air is filled with the scent of new beginnings. Each breath you take is a reminder that God's mercies are new every morning and His grace is sufficient for every weakness you feel. Let the tension in your hands and arms release, letting go of the grip you've had on the things you cannot control. Trust that the Father is tending to the details of your life while you rest in His shadow. You are being replenished by a love that asks for nothing but your presence. Here in God's calming presence, imagine the tangled threads of your thoughts beginning to unravel and lay flat, smoothed by the hand of a Father who knows the beginning from the end. When your spirit is faint, it can feel as though you are walking through a dense fog, but in this sacred space, the light of truth begins to pierce through the haze. Picture a high mountain peak at sunrise, where the air is pure and the world below seems small and distant. Your worries, though they felt monumental an hour ago, are being dwarfed by the magnitude of God's sovereignty. Let each slow inhale draw in the courage to trust the path you cannot see, and let each exhale release the need to map out every step. There is a deep, resonant peace in knowing that you are directed by a wisdom that never falters. Allow the muscles in your back and neck to soften, yielding to the support that has been beneath you all along. You are being held in a love that is both a fortress and a quiet resting place. With each slow breath, imagine the walls of your heart softening, opening like a flower to the warmth of a midday sun. When your spirit is faint, it often feels as though the world has grown cold and distant, but here, in this sacred stillness, you are wrapped in a glow that never fades. Picture a quiet courtyard filled with the scent of jasmine and the sound of a trickling fountain, where the only movement is the play of light on the stones. This is the sanctuary of your soul, a place where God meets you without judgment or demand. Let the air you pull into your lungs act as a healing balm, cooling the heat of your anxieties and quieting the echoes of the day. You are not a machine built for constant production. You are a living vessel designed for communion with the divine. Allow the heavy layers of protection you've built around your spirit to melt away, revealing a heart that is ready to be mended. Trust that in this quiet, you are being refined and made whole again. As peace rises within you, imagine a vast starlit sky stretching out over a silent desert, where the magnitude of the universe reminds you of the one who holds it all in place. When your spirit is faint, it is often because the view of your struggles has grown so large that it obscures the view of your Creator. But here in the stillness, your perspective is shifting, and the mountains of your worry are becoming manageable hills. Picture a soft, cool breeze passing over your skin, carrying away the heat of every frustration and the weight of every silent tear. This is the breath of God, moving through the canyons of your soul to bring comfort and light to the dark places. Let each slow inhale be a declaration of trust, and let each exhale be a surrender of the things you were never meant to solve alone. You are standing on holy ground, where the ground itself is firm and the air is filled with promise. Allow your heart to beat in sync with the quiet certainty that you are loved. Let your heart rest in this quiet space, as if the very atoms of your being are coming into alignment with the heartbeat of God. When your spirit is faint, it is often a signal to return to the source, to the place where your identity is found, not in what you achieve, but in whose you are. Imagine a soft silver light descending from above, touching your shoulders and moving through your arms, releasing the last remnants of the day's fatigue. This is a moment of deep restoration, a sanctuary where the broken pieces of your confidence are being gathered and mended by a master's hand. Picture a quiet, ancient forest where the sunlight filters through the leaves in golden shafts, highlighting the beauty of the growth that happens in the silence. You are growing too, even when you feel still. Your roots are reaching deeper into the soil of faith, anchoring you against the storms of life. Let each slow inhale feel like a drink of cold water for a thirsty soul. You are almost home. As you rise from this moment of stillness, carry with you the peace God has begun within you. You don't have to hold every thought or solve every burden at once. God walks with you, guiding your steps with clarity and surrounding your heart with steady compassion. If this time of quiet helped you breathe a little easier or feel a little lighter, know that you're not alone. There is a whole community here walking this journey of faith, hope, and healing with you. May God's calm rest over your mind, His strength steady your spirit, and His love remind you that you are deeply held. Thank you for spending this moment with me. If this brought you peace, feel free to share your experience in the comments. Your words may bless someone else who needs encouragement today. Until we meet again, may God's gentle clarity guide you, and may His presence stay close to your heart.
Thank you for spending this time in prayer. May God's peace go before you, His strength surround you, and His presence stay with you long after this moment ends. You are not alone. God is with you.